The 1980s were a bold and unforgettable decade in Britain. It was an era of sharp suits, neon lights, booming business, and changing lifestyles. Across the country, success had a new image, and for many, that image came with leather seats, polished wood dashboards, and a luxury badge on the bonnet. British luxury cars were meant to represent prestige, power, and sophistication. They promised comfort, style, and status, but not every luxury car lived up to those promises. Some were poorly built, some were outdated before they even reached showrooms, and some were simply embarrassing failures. Today, we are counting down 10 of the worst British luxury cars of the 1980s. Some looked impressive, but hid serious flaws. Others damaged the reputation of famous carmakers. Let's begin. Number 10. Rover SD1. Introduced in 1976 by the Rover Group, the Rover SD1 carried well into the 1980s. It was designed to be Britain's answer to premium executive saloons from Europe. The SD1 looked fantastic. Its fastback shape was modern and sleek, and many people loved its sporty appearance. High-end versions came with powerful V8 engines that offered strong performance. Buyers were drawn to its bold design and comfortable cabin. On paper, it looked like a true luxury bargain. But quality control was terrible. Poor panel gaps, bad wiring, rattling interiors, and unreliable assembly ruined its image. Many owners loved driving it, but hated owning it. The SD1 had potential. Sadly, poor build quality held it back. Number 9. Jaguar XJ Series III. The Jaguar XJ Series III continued into the 1980s under Jaguar cars. It remained one of Britain's most iconic luxury saloons. Its long body, elegant lines, and plush interior made it feel special. Buyers could choose smooth six-cylinder engines or the mighty V12. People loved the XJ because it looked expensive and drove beautifully. Few cars offered such graceful comfort. But reliability was a major problem. Electrical faults became almost expected. Overheating, leaking fluids, and expensive repairs made ownership frustrating. Many owners joked that the car spent more time in garages than on roads. Beautiful, yes. Reliable, not quite. Number 8. Austin Ambassador. Released in 1982 by Austin, the Ambassador tried to modernize the aging Princess. It offered a hatchback design, decent cabin space, and a comfortable ride. The car was practical and soft over rough roads. Some buyers liked its spacious interior and easy driving feel. But calling it luxury was generous. The styling looked dated almost immediately. Its engines felt weak, and performance was disappointing. The interior also lacked the premium feel expected from an executive car. It felt less like luxury and more like a compromise. Number 7. Daimler 66. Produced by Jaguar under the Daimler name, the 66 was positioned as ultra-luxury. This car came with a silky V12 engine, a lavish cabin, and classic British styling. Leather and wood covered nearly every surface. Buyers loved the refinement. It felt like driving a private club on wheels. But the V12 brought serious trouble. Fuel consumption was shocking, especially during a time when buyers were becoming more cost-conscious. Maintenance costs were equally painful. Complex engineering meant expensive repairs. Owning one often required deep pockets. Luxury came at a very high price. Number 6. Triumph Acclaim. The Triumph Acclaim arrived in 1981. It was the final car to wear the Triumph badge. Built through cooperation with Honda, it was more reliable than many British cars of the time. It had neat styling, a simple four-cylinder engine, and decent comfort. Some buyers appreciated its smooth driving and better reliability. But something was missing. It lacked personality. For a British luxury car, it felt dull and uninspiring. It also failed to capture the charm that older Triumph models had. It wasn't terrible, but it was forgettable. And that may have been worse. Number 5. Bentley Mulsanne Turbo. Launched in 1982 by Bentley Motors, the Mulsanne Turbo was built to bring performance back to Bentley. This massive luxury saloon featured a turbocharged V8 engine with impressive power. It was fast for such a heavy car. Buyers loved the craftsmanship. The cabin felt handcrafted and exclusive. But there were problems. Fuel economy was dreadful. Running costs were enormous. Some critics felt it still drove like an old-fashioned heavyweight rather than a modern performance saloon. It had prestige, but it also felt outdated compared with newer European rivals. Luxury alone was no longer enough. Number 4. Vanden Plas Princess. Built by British Leyland, the Vanden Plas Princess attempted to offer luxury in a traditional British package. It featured soft suspension, a roomy interior, and classic styling. Some buyers liked its comfort and relaxed driving feel. But the design felt stuck in the past. By the 1980s, it looked old-fashioned. Reliability issues remained common, and quality concerns hurt buyer confidence. Younger professionals wanted modern luxury, not something that looked decades behind. The Princess failed to keep up with changing tastes. Number 3. Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit. The Silver Spirit arrived in 1980 from Rolls-Royce Motors. It had a commanding presence, a whisper-quiet V8, and an interior filled with wood and leather. It was undeniably luxurious. Owners loved the comfort and prestige. Yet beneath the elegance was a car some critics found surprisingly conservative. Its engineering felt old school. Performance was not exciting. More importantly, it lacked innovation at a time when German rivals were pushing advanced technology. For some, it represented tradition. For others, it represented stagnation. Number 2. Jaguar XJS. The Jaguar XJ-S continued through the 1980s as Jaguar's luxury grand tourer. Powered by 6-cylinder or V12 engines, it delivered smooth high-speed cruising. The interior felt rich, and the car had serious road presence. Many buyers loved its exclusivity. But it quickly developed a poor reputation. Its styling divided opinions. Some admired it. Others disliked its unusual rear design. Reliability again became Jaguar's enemy. Electrical issues and expensive repairs frustrated owners. The XJS wanted to be glamorous. Too often, it became troublesome. And now, number 1. The most embarrassing British luxury car of the 1980s. The Austin Princess. Originally launched in the 1970s, but still remembered into the early 1980s, the Princess became a symbol of everything wrong with British Leyland. At first glance, it looked futuristic. Its wedge-shaped design stood out from traditional saloons. The cabin was spacious and comfortable. Some buyers genuinely liked its ride quality. But the problems were endless. Poor reliability, cheap interior materials, weak engines, and terrible build quality made ownership frustrating. Mechanical failures were common. Quality control became a national joke. It became famous for the wrong reasons. This was supposed to represent modern British luxury. Instead, it became an embarrassment. The 1980s were a fascinating time for British luxury cars. Some delivered elegance and comfort. Others showed the growing problems inside Britain's car industry. These cars were special because they reflected a changing era. They carried tradition, pride, and ambition, but they also revealed the cost of falling behind. Some became icons despite their flaws. Others became warnings. Either way, they remain unforgettable chapters in British automotive history. And perhaps that's why we still talk about them today.